Portions of the following program may have been pre-recorded.
The following program's views, claims, or ideas may not reflect those of WSRR Radio or StylesRebelRadio.com.
In the Steel City, where the rivers align, Lucas and Dom crossing the battle line. Weekday mornings, it's a sportscast scene behind enemy lines in the heart of the dream. Every play discussed, every game analyzed. Cleveland's pride seen through Pittsburgh eyes. Behind enemy lines, where the passion ignites. Cleveland and Pittsburgh battling in sights. Lucas and Dom rise with the sun. Every morning at 10, let the games be fun. Tune into the waves, feel the thrill unfold. Behind enemy lines, stories to be told.
Good morning. It is November 14th, 2025. This is Behind Enemy Lines right here on WSRR Radio, nationally local, meaning we play your local bands coast to coast. This is your Cleveland Sports Talk Show from Pittsburgh. I'm Luke Strazio, joined as always by Dom Farrow. Dom, it's been a wild week in the NFL, absolutely wild season in the NFL, as we've seen. A lot of low-scoring, boring games this week. I feel like this was probably the least interested in an NFL season or in an NFL week that I've been all year, all season. Two different games finished 10-7. The Saints beat the Panthers. The Jets beat the Browns. A lot of just really bad games going on.
Yeah.
The Dolphins end up beating the Bills, which turned out to be, a huge upset. That
killed the parlay of the week.
Did kill our parlay. The BELA did get killed.
We'll have another one at the end of the show.
I'm sure we will.
We got close. We got real close. There were some good ones. We were all over the board, but no one could have saw the Bills losing 30-13 versus the Dolphins. Mike McDaniels just keeping his job again.
Yeah.
Once again.
Finding a way to stay alive.
No Tyreek Hill. Jalen Waddle's kind of starting to shine a little bit.
Yeah.
He's looking like he did his rookie second year.
Moving back into wide receiver one really has helped him out.
Which is scary because he should be that guy. Dolphins, it's a lost season. They threw it away early on, but they're fighting hard. They're trying to keep jobs. I wouldn't be surprised if they roll off some more upsets as the season goes on.
Hey, why not? They got nothing to lose at this point.
Oh, 100%. I think they got a big matchup coming up.
Who they playing this week?
Yeah,
I don't even know. Commanders on Sunday morning, where they're in Spain. That's right.
Oh, wow.
They're the first ever NFL game to be played in Spain at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time on Sunday, November 16th. So, get a little morning football, a little coffee,
where's that,
donuts, and
Barcelona or something?
Yeah, Barcelona, something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's that'll be. I feel like that's a really boring game for the Spaniards to watch. Jaden Daniels will be out. The Dolphins still aren't that exciting, even if they did beat the Bills. I feel like they're not a crazy fun team to watch.
Yeah, but this is exactly what they did. Like the first few times they tried playing in London.
Yeah.
They just give like the worst teams ever because they know they're starving. They're starving for any type of American football.
They throw Jags and Titans
exactly.
over there.
They did it with like the games in Germany. They always give them the stinkers at first. And it's like, oh, you guys actually like this. Here goes two more for you.
Yeah.
Give them the deluxe album.
Oh, yeah.
So I think they're giving them a little teaser right now in Spain. Like, if you like this, here goes two more for you. They're going to give it to them every single year.
They gave them a good one in Munich or Berlin, I think. I don't know. Somewhere in Germany this past week. Colts beating the Falcons in OT.
That's right.
Danny Dimes giving a little bit of that Joker look. Do you see those pictures of him with the blood all over his mouth?
Oh,
like
yeah,
a bloody lip, and it looked like he was wearing lipstick.
He was looking a little scary.
Yeah, it was.
But this team isn't looking as strong as they did a few weeks ago. I think they're starting to show that it's not anything special. They just have a pretty well coached team, but they're certainly beatable. You can get to them. You can stay in games with them.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, the Falcons did.
Exactly.
And they've looked really bad the last few weeks, but the Falcons also have been like, well, you don't know what you're going to get. I mean, they've beat the Bills, they've lost to good or to bad teams, and I don't know. Then they play with the Colts, who some people are saying are the best team in the league. It's very, very up and down with the Falcons, just like it has been for the Bills now this season, where it's like Josh Allen's the best player in the world, and then they can't beat the Dolphins. So
Yeah.
it's been this whole year. I mean, I know we talked about it a little bit last week, but like the parity of this league is just insane. About it truly is any given Sunday. I mean, you look at the Texans and the Jaguars, where Davis Mills is starting at quarterback for the Texans after C.J. Stroud's out with the concussion.
Yeah.
You're thinking, all right, the Jags have looked pretty good this year. There's no way that they don't win this one, but it's in Houston. I never count out my man Davis Mills.
Can't. The neck.
The neck.
The
Huge comeback for Davis Mills. Huge division win for the Texans.
Give him comeback player of the year. And Lucas, speaking of comeback player of the year, the NFL awards, we talk about this a lot. I'm sorry to pivot so hard on this, but I just saw something that's shocking. Who do you think is the MVP favorite as of right now, following week 10 of the NFL season?
Drake May.
It is Drake May. Did
Is
you
it?
see that on Twitter?
No, I didn't see that.
Drake
Drake
May.
May has been balling.
Is plus 250. Matt Stafford's just behind him, 300.
Yeah, it's him and Stafford have been playing the best, really.
Stafford, I can believe it because some of the numbers from him, I believe 3 straight weeks with 4 touchdowns and no interceptions. First time in NFL history.
Wow.
The dude's balling. So I really thought it was going to be Stafford, and I thought by a good margin. But Drake May, in his second year, plus 250, well past the midway point of the regular season. That surprises me.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Patriots are at 8-2, and they beat the Buccaneers, who now moved to 6-3 on the year. They beat them by 5. Are the Buccaneers still a team to look out for?
They've
They're
fallen
in a
off
really-
a bit.
They're in a really, really weak division. So
But they're
like,
still in first. Yeah,
we know
exactly.
they'll win the division.
Yeah.
Like the Falcons are the only other team that can make it close, and we've talked about them already and their inconsistencies. They're 6-3, so they'll almost certainly win the division. Baker Mayfield came out hot as anyone in the league, and I still think he looks good, but like he's not the guy we saw week 1 through 6.
Well, yeah, Baker can get hot at any given moment.
That's also
So
true.
like it comes at the right time in the playoffs, so they rattle off those 4 wins where he's just on top of the world. That's all you need to win a Super Bowl. So I haven't given up on them just yet because of all that we saw from them early on. That was the most talented team I've seen in the NFL this season. Of like a team, like if you just capture in 3 weeks, that team there was pretty much unbeatable. I know there's a lot of close games. They had to get a lot of game-winning drives, but overall, I think that team's very hard to beat. But they've been banged up since then. I think that's one way to explain some of their recent fall
a lot
offs.
of receivers have been hurt too.
But
So
the good thing for the Buccaneers is they got a pretty favorable schedule, a lot of home games left. I'm not worried about them. The offense scores a lot of points. They're going to keep doing that.
yeah, and again, like I said, like they're gonna get in the playoffs because the next team on their tail is the Falcons, and the Falcons are currently sitting at 3-6. So
Well, Panthers 5-5.
oh yeah, I guess the Panthers are all right, but then they lose to the Saints. Tyler Shuck first
Uh-huh.
start,
Yeah, we didn't see that one coming.
and Tyler Shuck, low key looked good. 19 for 27, 282 yards, 2 touchdowns. Saw some TikTok videos of him getting a little active in the pocket, kind of being like
word?
a wily pocket present type quarterback, solid arm talent. I think that, I mean, I'm kind of guilty of this, but I saw a video that was like a lot of the people that were hating on Tyler Shuck coming into this year are guys that didn't even really watch him that much in college and just saw that he's old and, you know, he's a 24-year-old rookie or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, it's easy to kind of write a guy like that off.
For sure. I mean, I didn't watch this guy, but there were a lot of clips I saw that made me form an opinion on him.
Yeah.
So,
Looks okay.
yeah, I mean,
I think that there's like, obviously the Saints aren't playing for anything, but he's kind of in a position where if he can play well for the last 7 games of the year, just decently even, it's like, all right, well, we might as well not draft a quarterback next year. Like, they need so
Yeah.
much else in that franchise.
That's
It's kind
true.
of like, let's just ride out with Shuck for a little bit and let him at least be a bridge quarterback on a rookie deal where we're not spending a ton of money on
Yeah,
him.
and I think the Saints kind of just wanted to get by and him not be this good. I don't think Saints fans would want that to happen.
No?
I think they'd want a new quarterback.
You think they want Arch Manning
Yeah,
to come and
back
take,
to Louisiana.
Yeah, I was going to say, take the original Archies team.
Take the
his old
legacy,
team.
yeah, and win it.
It does seem like it's a little too, like that's so written in the stars. Like it's hard for that not to happen.
It does seem that way, but I don't know. This draft is going to be really interesting.
Like the story would be too good.
because I think the names in this draft are bigger than the
Talent.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be exciting like throughout, second, third, fourth round, because you're going to have these guys like Arch Manning. I don't know if he's a surefire first round pick
Not right now.
as of right now. Drew Aller's another guy who it's a name. Like,
Well, Drew Aller might have another year of eligibility. That's what I heard. I don't
been
know
hearing
how.
a little bit about that.
I don't know where that's going to come from or how it's going to happen, but I wouldn't be surprised to sum up with everything, all the weird stuff that happens in college football now, like with eligibility and transfers. Like I wouldn't be surprised if
Yeah.
he's somewhere else next year.
Go for a seventh year.
Yeah.
It's pretty weird. It's interesting how like there's, I don't know. Tell me if I'm wrong on this. I think like there's more stars in college football now than there were 10 years ago. Like names that you know. But then I think about college basketball. There's so many more names 10 years ago than today.
Yeah. I think that I don't know. I was going to say
There
I
were a
think
lot
that-
of stars 10 years ago, but I don't know. There are a lot of guys who I'm interested in seeing.
I think
going
the
to the league
transfer
next year.
portal has maybe hurt college basketball's intrigue more than it's hurt college football's intrigue.
Oh, 100%.
I think that there's more quote unquote stars in college football because of the pay. Everyone's getting paid, so like they might as well stay for longer. They move around more. There's these quote unquote like super teams that maybe form in college football now where it's like, oh, so and so's transferring and they're gonna meet up with some, whatever.
yeah, their boy or some coach.
Yeah, a coach or another player or a big
Yeah.
program.
I mean, college basketball started, I think, last week. Pretty sure.
I think so. I don't know.
I couldn't tell you one player in college basketball,
I couldn't. Yeah,
which isn't good.
for the last 2 or
sport.
3 years, I've said I've known more college women's basketball players than I've known men's.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know any women this year. Like, is Juju USC
Juju
still
Watkins?
playing? Is she still
Is that
playing?
her name? Juju?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, she's still there.
Okay, so I know one. It's more than I know on men's
Paige
NCAA.
Beckers is gone.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's some other ones
There's-
there. I
we'll
forget.
figure out throughout the season. That's what's good about college basketball. They're kind of one hit wonders.
Women's college basketball or men's?
well, both.
Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like there's not as many men's, at least recently. Like, there's not as many one year wonders where it's like this guy's sure. I guess Cooper Flagg this last year, but like
Do we blame it on LaMelo Ball?
I was gonna say, I feel like just the European leagues in general, not even LaMelo Ball, but like Wemby, Alex Sarr, like I feel like besides Cooper Flagg, the biggest names coming out of the NBA draft as of late have been European stars.
Yeah, it is interesting. What's Cooper Flagg been doing in the NBA? Anything?
I don't know. I
Like
don't really have been
NBA,
keeping
I
up
don't
with
know.
it.
Basketball is in a rough spot.
The Mavericks are firing Nico Collins.
I saw that. Yeah.
Less than a year after the Luka trade.
We'll give you guys an NBA update once the NFL season's over because that's the only
'Cause
time.
that's the only time
we'll
that it
care
really
about
matters.
Exactly.
Yeah, you got it.
I think I am gonna be going to a Cavs game next week though.
Yeah, next
Yeah.
week. Which one?
I think the Rockets.
Yeah.
Rockets are
You wanna
the
see
Bucks.
KD?
I do want to see KD.
Yeah.
Slim Reaper.
There you go.
So I'm excited for that. I went to a NBA game like 10 years ago. Saw the Warriors and Sixers in Philadelphia. It's cool to see in person.
Yeah.
You can appreciate it more.
It is. Yeah. It's
There's a lot of noise in the
an
arenas.
in-person sport to see.
Yeah, it's
Like,
tough to watch on TV.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the NBA and the MLB are a lot better in person, whereas the NFL is better to watch on TV at home.
Yeah.
And And that goes to show you like the quality of production that they put into the NFL.
For sure.
Yeah, the NBA is tough to watch at home. There's very few games where I can sit and watch the entire thing.
It's just the noises coming from it aren't pleasant either.
What's
Squeaking shoes. You got like that nonsense blaring from the Jumbotron.
You don't like that?
Everybody clap your hands.
Yeah.
It's like you don't get that in an NFL game. It's like I'm watching.
But you're hearing that when you're in the stadium.
No, I'm hearing the crowd cheer during play.
You're not hearing them say, everybody clap your hands?
Not really.
Then you clap your hands.
Well, like I clap my hands
lying.
if something good happens, or if like it's a
Happen.
third down, I'll get loud. It's just somebody trotting up, dribbling the ball past midcourt. They're like, "Come on, everybody, get into it."
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like dancing. It's crazy.
The NBA stadium director guys, they get into it, though.
Yeah,
They're the ultimate hype. man.
exactly.
I feel like the NFL, maybe it's because they don't need it, but they don't have that as much for the in-stadium
no, only
production.
only weird franchises do that.
Yeah, I think some do, but it's not.
They do,
It
yeah.
just doesn't hit the same. It just
It
doesn't
needs
hit the
you can
same.
have you kind of need like a host, but it needs to be very infrequent.
Yeah.
Baseball, you need to come out like every half inning and do something cool.
Yeah, because the game's so boring.
Exactly.
You got to throw hot dogs into the stand and stuff like that.
I was at a Steelers game a couple weeks ago, and like I don't know why, but like all the noises drive me nuts now.
When
Just
I was at
blasting stuff from speakers for no reason.
Yeah, when I was at the Pitt Duquesne game,
Yeah.
it was the first game of the year for both teams. I was like, this, like the stadium noise that they're, because
Yeah.
like obviously for Pitt games, even though it was against Duquesne and they're both in Pittsburgh, like
Still pit show.
it was, yeah, it's a Pitt show. But I was just gonna say like there's more people there than I feel
Oh,
like are
yeah.
at some Pitt games because it was
Probably.
a local game, whatever. But like still the place wasn't sold out. Like you're looking in the stands, you're like, this place shouldn't be that loud. The level of like the volume level of the speakers and the PA guy
Uh-huh.
coming over and the music, I was like, this is too much.
This
I was
is
like, I don't
like-
know if I'm totally unk, but I
I
was
know.
like, this is way too loud.
I know, like I'm like actually overwhelmed with the amount of
Yes.
stuff going
It's like
on,
it's making me anxious.
and it does make me feel like an old man.
yeah,
Because like it's something like my dad would have said.
where you're like, oh my god, relax.
But it
Everybody
is
take
way
it
too
easy.
loud, and it's just nonsense. Like we just played music, that's one thing, but it's like dubstep remixes of like a quote from The Office. I don't know. It's just insane.
What? What's going on?
It's like everybody calm down. Bah, 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 bah. That's the
I
type of
do-
nonsense they play, though. It's like, what are we doing?
I actually know exactly now that you said that I have.
I just made it up, but it's something.
I
they
feel like
play.
yeah. Whenever you hear that like dubstep type trumpet mix,
makes me want to.
it
jump off the
yes,
rotunda.
it makes me want to tear my hair out. I hate that.
So I said to my girlfriend, did I say her name on this show?
I don't know.
I may have.
What's
Well,
the difference?
anyways, it doesn't matter. I didn't say her last name. But I said that I wish like the power would go out and we could have a silent game.
Power.
Yeah. Like a silent game would be the best.
Yes, I agree.
Baseball, basketball, football. Just no music, just whistles, just signs by the referees.
Uh-huh.
We don't need all this stuff in between.
Yeah.
Maybe a show by the marching band at halftime. We don't
Mhm.
need all this electronics. Like I
That's why-
resonate with the Amish in that way.
That's why high school football is the best. When
Yeah.
when you're hearing nothing but the PA guy go first down for the blah blah blah, and then you just hear the band playing.
It's it's one of like the best sounding sports.
Uh-huh.
High school football, high
You hear
school
the crack of the
basketball.
pads.
High school basketball isn't bad, but like the squeaking shoes drive me nuts.
Now you're really getting unky.
The
Where you're
best-
like, oh, that squeaking. It's too
The
much.
best sounding sport though is either golf or bowling.
Golf is great. Bowling is awesome.
Pins falling.
nothing-
It's very chill.
That is one of the best sounds in the world.
I think so.
Hearing 10 pins all hit together at the same time.
It's like honestly like heavenly.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
We've been getting into bowling, me and some friends around
Really?
here in the Pittsburgh area.
Do you spin it?
Yeah.
Really?
I've
There
been
we go.
spinning a little more.
Now you're learning.
I was on the phone with my dad telling him how we were going to go, and he was like, you got to get that curve down. And I was like,
Yup.
yeah, I've tried, but like, I feel like I'm better when I just throw it straight ahead, like just try
Gotta
to throw
curve
straight.
it.
He goes, that's interesting because not a single bowler on the PBA, the Professional Bowling
Yeah,
Tour or
yeah.
whatever, it's a Professional
Association.
Bowling Association. He goes, Not a single one throws it straight. You know that, right? And I was like,
It's
you know
true.
what? You're damn right. If I want to be any good, I
Yeah.
gotta curve it.
I mean, it's just like, yeah, the math speaks for you. You have like you're going to hit like 25% or more pins spinning it for some reason.
When we had
Hit the pockets.
this year we had we have a fundraiser every year for the Children's Hospital through my work.
Yeah.
And this year it was at the bowling alley.
Nice.
Was the fundraiser, and the winning team got a prize. And
Did you win?
Our team won. And
Let's
I bowled
go.
like a 150, which
There we
isn't
go.
great. It's
Pretty
still not
solid,
good,
though.
but I was feeling myself.
Yeah. I
For
mean,
the last like six frames, I either had a spare or a strike every frame. And I was
Wow.
like, we're stringing them together.
that's
baby.
huge.
Yeah.
If you route them off at the end, you're
That's
in
what it's all
business.
about. It's all about stringing them together.
That's right. Love bowling.
And it is great. It's a great feeling sport. It's something that every time you play, you're like, I could go for being here.
I could probably play
once a
it
week.
every day. Like
Yeah.
during COVID, me and my friends went bowling all the time because it was like one of the only places that was still open
Yeah.
and you could like socialize. Like looking back on it was like the worst idea ever, putting your fingers in the same thing
Yeah,
as someone else
seriously.
did during COVID, but it was open and like nobody else went there. So this place treated us
Oh,
like
that's
kings. They
awesome.
gave us like free passes all the time. Played it like at least 3-4 times a week during COVID.
That's amazing. Go watch The Big Lebowski and try to
The
keep
best.
yourself away from a bowling alley and try to keep yourself away from behind enemy lines. It won't work well because we're just so magnetic. Stick right here on WSRR Radio through the break.
Imagine spending hundreds of dollars of your own money to advertise a massive corporation. Now imagine that same corporation using your money to pay a public figure to sell a product back to you. Unfortunately, you don't have to imagine. Corporate product placement is the monopoly of the clothing industry as we know it. That's where GenericClothes.com comes in. Stick it to these big brand clothing cunts by wearing something straight and to the point. GenericClothes.com's got you covered and lets you have a laugh at their expense. Nobody cares about the details. Get to the point. With shirts like floral pattern, trademark logo, music band, and more. Once again, that's GenericClothes.com.
Welcome back to Behind Enemy Lines right here on WSRR Radio, which is brought to you by Hellbender Vinyl. Hellbender is Pittsburgh's first and only custom vinyl record pressing plant, perfect for local and independent artists just like the ones we play here at WSRR Radio who want to take their album release to the next level. Don't settle for a bunch of ones and zeros floating around the internet. Have a physical album release with Hellbender Vinyl. Hellbent on quality, hellbent on service. Hellbendervinyl.com. Dom, last night I watched a movie called Materialists. It's got like Pedro Pascal, Chris Evans in it.
Mm.
You ever seen it?
Out on that already.
Out on it? Why? Because
Already.
of Pascal or
Both
Chris
of them.
Evans?
Both. It just doesn't sound like a movie I'm into by those two names alone.
Dakota Fanning? What about that?
Yeah, not.
I
I
don't
mean,
even
she's
really-
pretty good looking, but
Yeah, I was going to say.
I don't think she's like a great actress. Or
What do you got against Pedro Pascal?
I'm very picky with movies that I watch. Like if I'm gonna commit 2 to 3 hours to something, it needs to be like really good.
It was only like an hour 45 movie, though. That was one of the
Still.
big reasons I was.
Yeah, I mean sometimes I can be convinced into a mid movie if it's under.
Also,
2.
the other reason I was down to watch it was because we had the food. Me and my fiance had the food ready on the coffee table, ready to eat and watch
Yeah.
a movie. We didn't know what we were going to watch yet. So it took about like 15 minutes of her just going through movies or
As
me
it
suggesting
does.
something. And then eventually she says yeah, sure, just turn it on.
Yep, exactly.
Like, I'm like, I don't care anymore. Please just put something on.
Yep,
She actually,
I've been there.
she was like, we sat down with the food and she was like, I'd go for a soda. I was like, I'll walk down to the gas station, go get some drinks. She was like, all right. So I was like, all right, find something to watch. So
Yep.
I was gone for like 5 minutes, come back, still nothing on the
Still
TV.
on
I'm like,
step
oh
one.
my God. But it was good. It's about like dating and stuff. And like, it's about like this woman who's a matchmaker.
Yeah,
And so that she keeps bringing up like how people like she matches people just on like basic certain things, like so they keep talking about like age, height, how much they make, what their job is, and how attractive they are. Like those are the 5 things they keep talking about. And they're like just whatever, talking about this the whole movie. Early in the movie, they're like talking about height, how the one girl's like picky about height, like whatever, one of their clients. and this other girl who works with the matchmakers like, yeah, did you hear there's that new surgery about like there's a surgery where you can like make yourself taller, like they break your legs and then they like lengthen them, whatever, it makes you taller.
Yeah,
when your
that's
bone
real.
regrows. Yeah, it's real, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's funny. They brought that up.
I've
like,
looked into
whatever.
it.
It's just yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I would never,
It's just like a
it's
small,
really painful.
little anecdote where they brought it into it, whatever. Later in the movie, she's dating this guy. It's Pedro Pascal. He's like 10 out of 10. Like she's like, he's rich. He has a good job. He has class. He grew up rich. Like he's whatever. They have all this money. He's a good looking guy. Like he has the freedom to do whatever with his job. Like all this different stuff. And she just keeps being like, he's a unicorn. He's perfect. He's perfect. He's tall. Like whatever. And then one day he's sleeping, and it's like between him and like Chris Evans is her ex-boyfriend.
Okay.
But he's broke.
Oh
He's
yeah.
like it's like, oh okay, like
Still, that guy.
she's choosing the money over the broke guy,
Yeah.
like whatever.
I mean, Chris Evans. I don't get the. Well, anyways,
What?
people are like Pedro Pascal is named like world's sexiest man.
But you
Like,
think
that
Chris
guy
Evans
looks like a
better
bum.
looking?
Significantly.
Yeah. That was my thing. She was like, you're perfect in every way. Like you're very attractive. I was like, I don't. She was like, you're
Should've
10 out of
switched the
10 money wise.
characters.
You're 10 out of 10 something. And I was like, I don't know if he's 10 out of 10 looks. I was like, I'd give him a 9.
I don't get it.
9.5 maybe.
I mean, who am I to judge? I'm not attracted to men, but I just don't. I don't get it.
yeah. But I don't know.
Anyways,
Whatever. So he's got this huge apartment. She's sleeping over his house like right before they're gonna go on this vacation.
yeah.
And she looks at his legs in bed because she can't fall asleep because she found like engagement ring. He was gonna propose to her on this trip. They've only been dating for like a couple months. And she like wakes up in the middle of the night and she looks over and he's wearing boxers. And she looks at his legs and he has scars on them. And like he's like the perfect guy. Like he literally has been like there's nothing in the movie even where it's like, oh man, like I hope she doesn't go with this guy. Like he's like rich, but he's also like a very nice person. He treats her well. He treats everyone around him very well. He's a nice person to like strangers. But he's even nice to the ex-boyfriend.
Is that a deal breaker for her?
Then she's like, is that like, he was like, do you know what those are from? She was like, yeah. And he got the surgery to make him taller. And I thought it was hilarious. And then like, again, the whole time she's like, he's perfect. He's perfect. The second she finds out about that, he's like, does that make a difference? She's like, no, it doesn't make a difference. 5 minutes later, she's like, but I think we should break up. And I'm like, okay, so it did make a difference.
Yeah, sounds like it.
And then she goes to the broke guy because he's actually tall. He's not fake tall.
So that was like the point of the movie.
That's not what she says, but at the end of it, it's like you lay out the series of events. It does kind of seem it's like it's just because he wasn't actually tall.
She could have lived a perfect life if he just didn't get surgery.
Makes like millions. He lives in a $12 million apartment in New York.
But the leg surgery is too
He was like,
much.
yeah, I'm taking you to Iceland. He got her a passport because she said she didn't want a passport, but she was like,
yeah,
not
this
tall
movie
enough.
sounds like it would suck.
It kind of, I mean, like overall it was like okay, but it was very like, it's an A24 movie where like you
really?
can tell it's trying to be like artistic when it doesn't need
I
to
thought
be,
they had
and
higher
like trying to be
standards.
deeper than it needs to be, where I was kind of like, come on. Like
Yeah.
when I saw the previews for it, I thought it was going to be like a silly rom-com type thing, whereas then they like tried to be like too deep and like philosophical and like change the way you think, where I was like, this is this is way shallower than they're trying to make it.
Yeah, it doesn't sound very good. I thought A24 would have a better script.
I wanted
thought
to
they had
see
high
what you're
standards.
as a more vertically challenged individual than myself. I wanted to see what you're.
I'm not offended.
What your
I'm
thoughts
like
would be.
I'm like average height, so like doesn't I
How
think if I
tall
was
are you?
like 5'8", 5'9", I think that's average.
Okay.
I mean,
At least you
I
didn't say
consider myself
5'11".
short.
I was waiting for you to say 5'11".
No, I'm not. I wouldn't go that far.
Everyone's 5'11".
But I had a similar experience watching movies with my significant other. We're trying to like find a movie, and I was like, "Oh, let's watch this." She's like, "No."
Why are you scared to say your name?
I don't need to dox anybody.
Go ahead.
I guess they
Sorry.
can find out. They really tried hard. But it's like, how about this movie? How about this? I tried to get her to watch No Country for Old Men.
Oh yeah.
She's like, I don't like anything
Well,
about the
Javier Bardem?
country. I don't like anything about old men. I'm not watching that. I promise you, you'd like it. And eventually, like, I was just like, whatever, pick anything. And she picked like this movie with like Denzel Washington and Rami Malek. Is that his name?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
guy
I
who
saw
played
that
Freddie
on the-
Mercury. And
I saw the option for that last night.
watched like 10 minutes of it. She was like, I'm confused. And I was like, yeah, this is like, I don't know what's going on. This is the worst movie I've ever seen. So then I was like, all right, I'm picking a movie. And I picked Inglorious Bastards. Have you ever
great
seen
film.
that?
Yeah,
That was the first time I'd ever seen it.
It's the
Leaving
first time
Netflix
you've ever
soon.
seen it?
Yeah, I'd never seen it.
Oh,
I like Tarantino, but like some of his decisions are a bit over the top.
yeah.
But like when I first watched it, I was like, what the heck am I watching? But the next day, thought about more pretty. I mean, it's just like the way he thinks is so different. So kind of a genius film. I enjoyed it overall, though.
You like BP? I'll watch anything with Brad Pitt in it.
I'm not a huge Brad Pitt guy.
I love him. I can't. There's no.
I'm trying to think of like movies
There's
I
a
really
couple
love
of
him in.
actors. I don't know how homosexual this makes me sound, but like there's a couple of.
Well, I already
male-
said Pedro Pascal isn't my type. So.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
It's the-
I'm going to say something a lot different than
Alright.
than saying someone isn't your type.
Yeah.
There's a couple of male actors where if they're on the screen, I can't take my eyes off.
Wow. And Brad Pitt's one of them.
Brad Pitt's one of them. Like everything he does just seems cool,
I mean, he's certainly a cool dude.
no matter what. And
Tom
then, like,
Cruise.
Tom Cruise, not as much.
He's
You
a
know
little weird
why?
to me.
You know why?
What's that?
He's short.
Yeah.
he's not tall.
I knew
Not
you-
tall enough.
I knew you were about to say it.
Can't love him. Not tall enough. His head's not high enough.
Yeah.
Not Gyllenhaal. Gosling. When I
Yeah.
watched the Barbie movie, now I was a little bit under the influence when I walked into the theater and I was watching the Barbie movie, but like there's this big dance scene going on where there's like 20 different people on the screen. I was like,
Uh-huh.
I'm locked into the bottom left corner because that's where Gosling is. I was like, look at him.
What about
I was
what
like,
about
he's just got so much riz.
what about Leonardo DiCaprio?
DiCaprio's good, but there are
I think he's just such a good actor. Like,
yeah,
he just-
he's really good. I almost feel like he's more talented than the other two, where like I respect him more.
yeah.
Whereas the other two, like, not that Brad
just
Pitt's
steals,
not amazing
though.
and Gosling's really, really good, obviously, but like
Mhm.
he has more of like a respectful artistic thing. Because like I watched One Battle After Another, and like I don't know if it's because he's like
Yeah.
older now in it or what, but like
kind of plays like a degenerate in it.
a little bit, yeah. But I don't know. Sometimes I couldn't buy the guy that he
Really?
was trying. I don't know if it's because he's older now or what, but like he's trying to play. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
He's playing like an anarchist
Yeah.
type guy, and like in that first scene where it's supposed to be like 10 years before, or I think even more, like 20 years before current day, but he's
Yeah.
still obviously just 50-year-old man. I'm like, I couldn't buy it.
The thing with like him and like Brad Pitt and Gosling, like you've seen him so many times in so many different roles. Like it's kind of hard to
Yeah.
suspend belief sometimes.
Yeah.
I think he's so good. Like in that movie, I was able to. I
Yeah.
think he's different, especially in Wolf of Wall Street. That's like I think his best performance.
Yeah.
You can't even tell it's like Leonardo DiCaprio. That's just Jordan Belfort.
I don't know. I mean, I can tell who he is.
Well, I mean, you can, but the
What do you mean
performance
by
is
that?
so good. I don't know. I think like
I think
sometimes
Jonah Hill's like
performances-
that in that movie more. Like
Yeah.
if you watch that movie, you're like, this is the same guy from Superbad. Like he looks
Yeah.
similar, obviously, but like he enthralls himself in that
Uh-huh.
character so
Yeah.
much.
Well, going back to like Inglorious Bastards, Christopher Waltz, his performance in it as Hans Landa, like the
Yeah.
detective, is
He's
one of
the
like the
best.
best performances.
He's
I didn't
awesome.
love like all this like the story, but
You didn't love it all? What part did you know? I
I thought some
end,
things were goofy.
I thought the end got a little too goofy, but I thought the beginning when it was very, very realistic.
Yeah,
And, like,
some of the scenes are
he's really
very
good.
long, and some of the scenes I think are good. Being long, like the first scene, it's pretty intense.
I bet you're gonna say the scene in the bar in the basement.
I don't. I think
dragged
that's
a
a
little
good.
bit.
No, I think
Oh,
that's a
no?
good
Okay.
long scene. Those are two scenes that I think were good being long, and others just really dragged. I thought,
Yeah,
but overall, really good movie. I'd give it like a 8 out of 10.
solid.
Yeah.
What about you ever seen Django Unchained?
Yes,
I
that's
think
like
that's my
that's
favorite
close to a
movie.
10 out of 10.
That waltz in that movie is amazing.
Yes.
As well.
Well, DiCaprio in that.
DiCaprio also amazing. Samuel L. Jackson,
Yeah.
spectacular.
All like career performances in that.
I think Jamie Foxx in that movie shows the potential that he has to be an actor.
Well,
And I think that if he would focus, I think Jamie Foxx is one of the most multifaceted and multi-talented humans
Yeah.
that maybe has ever walked the earth.
he's super funny.
He's
good
super
musician.
funny. He does good stand-up. He does really good impressions. He's a good musician. He's a great actor.
Well, apparently, like his performance as Ray Charles is one of the best.
I've heard that
I
as
haven't
well.
seen it. I think he played.
Actually,
I was
Style
gonna
was
say
talking about
something.
this
I don't
on
think he played it.
Style, and they were talking about this on off air about how good he is in Ray. I think that's the name of it. right?
Yeah.
Ray.
Yep.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it though.
I haven't either.
Best performance.
I
though?
can't get into biopics that much about music.
Well, I was just about to say, musicians is tough,
Go ahead.
but like the best performance is Daniel Day-Lewis as Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
Like it really
No,
just
I
feels
get
like
into
you're watching
historical
Lincoln.
biopics.
Yeah,
Music
It's
biopics,
tough.
I can't get into that much. There's too many
Yeah.
of them now. Like, I'm not going to watch Jeremy Allen White as Bruce Springsteen.
probably won't see that. I want to watch the Bob Dylan one.
I haven't seen that
Timothy
either. I would
Chalamet.
watch it because I like Chalamet a lot. He's
Yeah.
another guy. If
He's
he's on
pretty good.
screen, I'm glued to
It's
him.
pretty darn good.
I'm glued to Chalamet.
Hated the Willy Wonka movie, but I don't like
I
musicals.
kind of fucked with it.
I don't
Not
like-
gonna lie.
I don't
kinda
like
fucked with it. I kind of
musicals.
fucked with Young William.
I just can't get into musicals at all. Really,
What about Dune? You're a Dune guy.
I didn't like Dune either. I just didn't really
Either
focus
of
on
them?
it. I didn't
Dune one
watch
or
the
two?
second one.
Oh, I haven't seen the second one either.
First one, I was just not in the
I've heard
right
the second one's a lot
headspace
better.
to like be paying attention. I kind of understood the basic premise, but still, it's long.
Yeah,
I
did
think maybe
too.
when the last one comes out, I'll watch all of them.
There's 3?
I think there's a third one coming
Oh,
out,
I didn't know that. I still have to watch the second one.
but there's movie Marty Supreme coming out next month with Timothy Chalamet. It's supposed to be
what is that?
like a best picture. It's a like a crime thriller that he plays like a ping pong like prodigy though.
Ping pong?
Yeah.
In a crime thriller?
Yeah. It's an A24 movie. Same guy who directed Uncut Gems.
What's up
Josh
with
Safdie.
A24 movies? The background in a lot of close-up shots like gives me a headache. Especially when I'm watching it in theaters and it's on the big screen.
Yeah.
I feel like the background around like the main character, the main focus point is like swirling in a weird way where I'm like, it like gives me a
It's
headache.
got like more texture.
Yeah,
to
or
it.
something.
Yeah.
They do something weird where like I know they're trying to bring the attention to the main
Yeah.
focal point. I understand that's the point of the cinematography, that they're like that's what they're trying to do, but like
That might be a question for ChatGPT.
it almost distracts me too much. That there's like it's like this perfect circle around the middle of the screen that's like all blurry. I don't know if it's the
Yeah.
film they shoot it on or what.
I'm not sure. I think A24 kind of is overrated. Like Midsummer, I thought was bad.
Didn't see it.
Not very good. Uncut Gems, I liked.
Great movie.
I'm trying to think about their A24. That movie you described didn't sound very good.
No. What was I gonna say? Shalameezy. Something about
No
that.
money.
Something before him. What'd you say?
Oh,
Oh, the biopics.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
music
like.
biopics.
I'm not watching that. That's too like. They're like, yeah, they're gonna be a Billy Joel one. Like, I'm sorry, I don't really care enough to watch that. Like, I watched the one about Queen, Freddie
Yeah, I
Mercury.
didn't see that. I heard it's pretty decent.
It was good. I
see
watched the
the-
Elton John one. Like,
I didn't like
mostly
that.
just because
Too
like.
musical.
Actually, did I even watch it? Yeah, I did.
Did you watch the Elvis one? I thought
Didn't
that was
watch
decent.
the Elvis one.
I thought that was pretty okay.
Like I just feel like all of them, there's so many of them where at the end of the day it's just like everyone was like, he's not gonna be able to do it. And in the end he's like, I'm doing it. And I made the music that I wanted, baby. Like that's like I understand that music is like very important obviously and like whatever and all of them have their own like twists and turns and interesting parts of their stories, but like
yeah,
I don't know, I can't buy in.
it is tough. I prefer a documentary.
Yeah, exactly. I would
That's,
rather that's exactly what my dad. So my dad's a huge Bruce Springsteen fan.
Stan.
I almost called him Stan. He kind of is a Springsteen stan.
Yo, Bruce, you still ain't returning my messages.
Yeah. I wrote you, but you still ain't calling,
Yeah.
Mr. DeRazio.
Did I get the right address in New Jersey?
But he was saying the same thing. Like he was like, I would rather see someone interview who was at concerts and stuff than do this like who's this Jeremy Allen White guy. And I was like, yeah, I think I agree with you.
Yeah, it's got to be like one of the greatest performances. If it's going to be a good one or a biopic. Because even like I said, like like well-known actors, but you're trying to portray a well-known person. That's even different.
Who did Andre 3000 play in?
Did I want to say Tupac?
No, I don't
He
think
did
so.
do one though.
It was an older Louis Armstrong, something like that.
No.
Andre 3000 did one. where apparently the story.
Oh, Jimi Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix. The story.
Oh,
I've
wow,
never
I
seen
thought
the movie, but I've heard on another podcast that apparently there's this scene where he just like beats his girlfriend
Oh
or
yeah.
something like that, and the Hendrix estate came out and they were like, that never happened. Or like something like that. Like,
Well,
and then they were pissed about it, and then they didn't give him royalties or something. I don't know.
I think that's a big reason why biopics suck is that it's controlled by the estate. So any of like the negative stuff you're not gonna see.
Yeah, like the Michael Jackson biopic's gonna start too, and it's like,
You're not gonna see.
what are we really gonna? What are we?
Yeah. The
What are we
trailer for that
really
looked
gonna
pretty
talk
good
about?
though.
Who's playing him?
His like nephew or something.
Neff.
Neff, I think. I think he's playing Unc.
There was an NWA one too. Like,
Heard that was good. Never saw
I
it.
don't know. I just feel like sometimes there's too many of them.
Yeah, it is. It's a weird genre.
Like when
Apparently,
are we gonna,
there's a Beatles one coming out, like a 4-part.
Yeah, aren't they gonna
Beatles
make
movie.
like one for each
Yeah,
member?
that I think could be really good.
Do you think they'll start making biopics about like sports? I mean, there have been biopics about sports icons. Like there was that Kurt Warner one, and there was one about
Yeah, that couldn't
Ernie
have been good.
Davis, and there was the one about Billingsworth, the walk-on from Arkansas that's on Netflix called Greater.
Oh, really?
Really good story, but the movie itself isn't very good.
I mean, Moneyball is kind of a biopic.
Moneyball's a biopic. That's right.
One of the best sports films.
There's a couple other ones, but yeah, I guess I shouldn't say
One of the
well, they're-
best movies I like. Well, I don't know if it's really good. I liked it when I was a kid, but it was called I think 67, but it was about Mickey Mantle and Roger Maris's like chase for the home run record.
6, 7.
I think that's what it was called.
There's no way. There's no way there was a movie called
67, Mickey Mantle
67.
movie.
My mom last week was like, someone said 6'7". My mom was like, oh, 6'7". Do you know what that means? I was like, no. And my dad was like, what does that mean? I keep hearing it. He subs at the school, and
It's
he's like,
called 61.
the students say it. What does that mean? And then my mom was like, I think it kind of means like you're like being nonchalant or like you don't care about something or like, yeah, whatever. I was like, no, I think it just has no meaning. And then she was like, yeah, at our pickleball club, you have to say the score before every serve in pickleball.
Yeah.
If it's 6-7, we'll all go 6-7.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, no, you
Oh,
don't.
no.
Please tell me you don't do
That's
that.
not good.
Like, don't stop doing that, please. But don't stop
Keep
listening
doing
to Behind Enemy Lines. We'll be back after this final break.
Hi, this is Melissa.
And hey, it's Matt.
Hi guys, my name is Ari. Coming at you from Synergy Music Studio. Come through to a Synergy Naked session.
Synergy Naked is a live performance recording, also captured on video. Look for our releases on YouTube at Synergy Music Studio.
We're located on the south side near Chicago. Passing through.
Hit up our DMs on Instagram at Synergy Music Studio. Rock hard.
I'm Lucas Durazio from WSRR's Behind Enemy Lines, the Cleveland sports talk show from Pittsburgh. Living in Pittsburgh, I've gotten to familiarize myself with a lot of hardworking, locally owned brands. And I'm here to talk about one of the best in not only Pittsburgh, but the nation in Hellbender Vinyl. With Christmas right around the corner, I know some of our local bands and artists are looking for that special holiday release this season. Maybe a limited holiday album run on red and green vinyl? Whatever the occasion, Hellbender Vinyl has got you covered. Hellbender is Pittsburgh's first and only custom vinyl record pressing plant and is one of America's most trusted. With a wide variety of colors and designs, Hellbender Vinyl is second to none when it comes to making your next album release something special. Visit hellbendervinyl.com today to get started. And don't forget, all customers receive 5 free test presses at no additional charge. Hellbent on quality, hellbent on service, hellbendervinyl.com.
Welcome back to Behind Enemy Lines. We are back live. Going to be talking a little Browns football, Steelers football here in this final segment. But before we do, we want to tell you a little bit about genericclothes.com. What's the difference between the shirt you're currently wearing and the one I am? Both do their jobs in concealing us from the outside world and social boundaries, but one little black swoosh makes yours cost nearly double. Listen, buddy, you're going to want to get to genericclothes.com because the truth is nobody cares about the details. Get to the point with genericclothes.com. I am wearing this shirt right now, one that says sports team. And Lucas, do you think it looks good? Because I don't want to represent the Steelers after last week.
Anything you wear looks good.
Thank you, boss. I love this generic
Extra
clothes.
medium?
Schmedium, some would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough time right now. I got to be wearing the sports team shirt because the Steelers stunk it up on Sunday Night Football. Really disappointing.
10 points.
First time I fell asleep watching a Steelers game in a long time.
Wow, you're really unk now.
I felt really bad with Aaron Rodgers with the worst performance of 2025. It was just a real snooze fest. Again, the rush game wasn't really there. Still haven't broken 100 yards on the ground this season. I think that's a big problem for this offense as a whole. Aaron Rodgers, he didn't look great. It is his fault. They lost this game mostly, but he doesn't have much help as far as weapons go.
16 for 31 with 161 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions.
And the interceptions were bad, too. They
Yeah.
weren't usual Rodgers
Why
interceptions.
did this team not make? I feel like you talk about it a lot with the Steelers. Like they're a team that builds their roster a certain way, mostly through the draft, a little bit through free agency, which I think we saw a lot more this year in the offseason,
Yeah.
bringing in Slay and
They've been
and Ramsey.
different.
And they traded for DK Metcalf. But like, I feel like one of the big missing spots on this team is a threat at wide receiver. Why did they not make a move at the trade deadline?
It's a great question. Like, reports came out again. They were right there. They were right there to making a trade. I think, like, Jalen Waddle was a name.
Yeah, I heard that.
There were Brian Thomas Jr. was another name. Jacoby
They were-
Myers.
The Jags were not going to send Brian Thomas
Yeah.
Jr. Anyone who says
It
that.
seemed like there were reports coming out that they were willing to trade him. But I agree. I never saw that as a
I don't
possibility.
think- yeah.
But if you want a guy, there's a price that you can pay to get him. They could have gotten Brian Thomas Jr. if they really wanted to. Jalen Waddle, I heard that the reason that didn't go through is because they just fired their new GM. This guy got cold feet. He didn't want to make a big move like this early on, I guess. He wants to wait, see things out, I guess. But there are guys that you could have went out and get to make this team more competitive.
Would you have been okay as a Steelers fan giving up 1, maybe even 2 first-round picks for a top half of the league receiver?
I'm not, just because I think there's better talent every single year in the draft
But-
for receivers.
To surround Aaron Rodgers and a team that's 5-4 and at the top of the division,
Yeah.
now 5-4, they were 5-3, but to surround this guy who you always say is a first ballot Hall of Famer, and I can't disagree.
Gotta be.
In his final run, would you have been willing to give up, hemorrhage some future for one final run with Aaron Rodgers, where he's shown flashes that he has that in him still to throw to, score 30 plus points?
Yeah, it's all about like the vision that they see. Like in my mind, I thought this was an all-in year. If it is an all-in year, then yeah, you got to go after weapons for Rodgers. But I do think they're like mindful of keeping things together for the future. But they've been patching things together for, last 10 years probably. I don't know. I think they're kind of scared to make any big moves that will affect the future because we don't have a franchise quarterback. We know we're on borrowed time with Rodgers. He's only going to be here a year or two at most.
Do you think that the Steelers are scared to the Steelers front office? Part of it is because they have Mike Tomlin. He's never had a losing season, I think. Do you think they're scared to just rebuild? Because one, again, he's never had a losing season. They're always in the hunt to make the playoffs because they're a well-run team. Part of that is because of Tomlin.
Yeah.
Do you think they're scared to almost like be willing to be bad for year or two to build for the future and make a real run at a championship? Because like this team's good, and I think it has the potential to, like, if everything goes right, maybe make a run at it in the playoffs. But like I think that's a great way to put it, is that they're scared to just be like, all right, we just have to bite the bullet
To go after it.
and be bad for a year or two.
Yeah, they don't want that to happen because that's like their whole brand right now is just being good every single year. Like, they're just consistently good. It's not even average. People say that all the time. Like being a game above 500 is good in the NFL.
Yeah.
So I get it. And another part is you've only had 3 coaches since 1970 something. It's just it's a whole brand that the Steelers have, and yeah, they don't want to mess with that too much because if you make the wrong decision, it destroys the brand. It destroys everything they stand for, which is consistency, which is the standard.
Yeah. On the opposite end of that spectrum are the Cleveland Browns, who lost to the New York Jets this
Different
week.
type of standard over
20-27. Dylan Gabriel, believe it or not, as bad as he has looked and as bad as he looked in this one, is up for Rookie of the Week.
there.
Can you believe that?
Must have not been too many rookie performances.
Right? 50 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns, 160 yards passing.
I mean, he outplayed Justin Fields. He's the best quarterback in this game.
He did outplay Justin Fields. I mean, like, the Jets won this because of the Browns' ineptitude, like, really, at the end of the day. They had 2 special teams return touchdowns, the Jets did. The Browns had an insane amount of penalties, including one on a 4th down where the Jets are clearly lining up just to see if they can get them to jump off sides. And they do it. They show Aaron Glenn on the sidelines, and he goes, "Oh my God, I can't believe that worked," basically. And you lost to a team that is actively trying to tank.
Yeah.
Like, they traded away 2 of their cornerstone defensive players this week, and you still found a way to lose to them.
Yeah. And they were able to sack Dylan Gabriel 6 times
Yeah.
in this one while losing that centerpiece. That's not great.
Going into this one, I said this game is so bad. It's the Browns and the Jets. There's 3 wins between them. This game is so bad, and both offenses are going to be so bad that I thought there was a high possibility that this could have been the game that Shedeur Sanders comes into. I thought that pregame, I was thinking about it. I said it's going to be so low scoring, but a close game where both defenses are okay. Like, mostly I think it's because the Browns defense would be good, which they were all right in this game. I mean, you look at it, like I said, 14 of their 27 points came from return touchdowns. But the Browns offense itself would just be so bad against a decent Jets defense, or, whatever, even if it is a bad Jets defense, that the game would be so low scoring but close that at some point in the second half, it would be like, why not just try him here? Like, we got to switch something up on offense.
Yeah, but I mean, they're still in the game. You can't do that.
Yeah, I don't know. But
you really saw there's a chance.
This week, they're playing the Ravens at 4:25 at home. I think that this one could be the one where the Ravens are up 40, and why not just put 12 out there?
I mean, the Ravens are 8.5-point favorites, over under 40.5, which that makes me think that it will be lopsided, honestly.
40.5?
It's not too many points.
Ravens are now at 4-5, just a game back from the Steelers.
It's getting scary.
Division.
They're probably going to win it. It wouldn't surprise me.
I said it early in the season. Don't be surprised when the Ravens come back from this hole and are in the playoffs.
I said you got to keep your foot on the gas. Like, this is not a team. Like, when you got this lead in the division, you cannot just coast. And they've been coasting. It's time to lock in for the Steelers. Next week, they have the Bengals at home. Joe Flacco game 2.0. Will he light them up again? We'll find out. Steelers are 5.5-point favorites. Over under 48.5. That's a lot for a Steelers game.
How can it not be, though, after seeing the last time they played? It was 47.5 on Thursday night.
I don't know what it is. I don't think we'll have time to look it up, but Jamar Chase over receptions.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Even if it's 20?
Yeah.
You might just have to hand
we don't bet, we don't gamble, we don't promote that on this podcast.
No, of course not.
We don't do the BLA anymore.
No, we're passing up on that. We don't want to influence the youth anymore.
Until DraftKings sponsors the show.
Yeah, that's right. We're holding out on the BLA until DraftKings sponsors us. But thank you guys for sponsoring us by listening to us and supporting the show and WSRR Radio. Stick with us throughout the rest of your life. We'll be here back at this same channel, same time next week. You guys have a great weekend.
Peace.
The preceding program was a sponsored production. The views, claims, and ideas expressed may not represent those of WSRR Radio.